While playing Cyberpunk 2077, I was captivated by V's apartment in Megabuilding H10. Despite Night City's sprawling chaos, V's small, efficient apartment stood out as a haven. The space felt surprisingly similar to college dorms I'd lived in. Compact, but well designed and connected to nearby necessities. In a single building, V had access to restaurants, stores, and even a decent view of the city. This experience led me to wonder why spaces like this aren't more common in real life, sparking my interest in megabuildings both as futuristic concepts and as practical responses to urban challenges. In fact, with proper design, construction, and maintenance, they could be the future of urban development, addressing issues like urban sprawl, housing shortages, and environmental sustainability. In Cyberpunk, Megabuilding H10 represents dense urban living, offering residents nearly everything they might need: shops, gyms, bars, and more, all within a few floors. V's living situation felt efficient and convenient, almost like a vertical small town. While it's set in a dystopian world, the convenience and community potential of such a setup feels relevant to our current urban issues. Mega buildings, if designed with care, could offer an efficient and sustainable alternative to sprawling suburbs. By reducing commute times and gathering amenities within a compact area, they could cut down on environmental impact while providing people with unprecedented convenience. The idea of a contained living environment isn't just speculative fiction. In real life, cities have attempted similar high-density designs, some of which revealed the pitfalls of unregulated or extreme density. Kowloon Walled City in Hong Kong, for instance, was a densely packed network of interconnected buildings that housed over 30,000 people within a few acres. Its chaotic, unregulated structure led to narrow, dark corridors and little outdoor access, but Kowloon functioned both as a home and a business hub, with a resilient community and local economy. Kowloon provided affordable housing close to work, yet safety and health issues led to its eventual demolition, highlighting the importance of thoughtful planning and regulation. Tokyo's Capsule Tower, built in the 1970s, similarly explored compact, efficient living. Each capsule was a self-contained unit with essentials for a minimalist lifestyle. While the Capsule Tower became iconic for its unique design, it was ultimately scheduled for demolition in 2022. The small, utilitarian space didn't support long-term quality living for most people. Both Kowloon and the Capsule Tower illustrate that while high-density living can address housing needs, poor design and lack of planning can compromise safety and comfort. They remind us that for mega buildings to be viable, they must balance density with quality of life, sunlight, and space. Modern examples, like China's Regent International Complex, bring these lessons into the present. Designed to be a vertical community, Regent International houses thousands within a single building complex, offering shops, recreation, and residential units within one structure. In an era of rapidly urbanizing cities, mega buildings like the Regent International could help solve housing shortages by creating large-scale, compact communities, potentially making housing more affordable. But the Regent, too, has faced scrutiny for issues that arise with dense living, such as concerns around privacy, mental health, and the limited access to natural spaces and sunlight. Just as Kowloon's density fostered community but strained safety, Regent's design shows the complexity of making dense living both practical and pleasant. The Regent International and similar modern developments also underscore the importance of planning for safety and quality of life. Concentrating so many people within one structure introduces challenges: evacuation during emergencies, maintaining social cohesion, and ensuring enough privacy and access to natural spaces. Living in high-density environments can foster a strong sense of community, as I experienced in college dorms, where people easily interacted with neighbors and amenities were close at hand. However, the limited space could also sometimes feel confining, a reminder that dense living must thoughtfully balance convenience with personal space. Mega buildings are not just architectural experiments, but also motifs in speculative fiction, often as warnings about social stratification. In Blade Runner and Judge Dredd, Towering structures become symbols of wealth and power, with the wealthy living high above in spacious, well-lit environments, while the lower floors house the less fortunate, where sunlight and clean air are scarce. These portrayals reflect a common concern that high-density buildings might worsen social divides, concentrating resources and comfort at the top while neglecting those below. In Cyberpunk, V's apartment feels comfortable, but the inequality looms. Those with means have access to luxurious, airy apartments, while others make do with darker, confined spaces. Such fiction warns that without careful planning, megabuildings could become spaces of inequality, trapping residents in poorly designed quarters and creating literal divides between social classes. Yet they also show that high-density living, with the right structure, can foster unique, interconnected communities that might not otherwise exist. While speculative fiction often emphasizes risk, high-density buildings also have undeniable appeal. Megabuildings can reduce urban sprawl, cutting down on commute times and providing all the essentials within reach, which is especially attractive given today's long commutes and urban overcrowding. I'm drawn to the idea of walking just a few floors for a meal or shopping, with everything I need close by. For growing urban populations, vertical cities could be a practical solution, especially when designed with the environment in mind. However, the histories of Kowloon and the Capsule Tower show that unregulated density and poorly designed spaces can lead to serious drawbacks. Kowloon's residents endured overcrowding and limited privacy, while the Capsule Tower's ultra-compact units became isolating rather than inviting. Both examples show that high-density living requires careful design and access to light, nature, and privacy to support mental health and well-being. Cyberpunk sparked my interest in megabuildings as a potential solution to today's urban challenges. With careful design and regulation, these structures could address housing costs, reduce urban sprawl, and bring unparalleled convenience. Kowloon, the Capsule Tower, and the Regent International all highlight the importance of balancing efficiency with quality of life, a lesson relevant to any future megabuilding. While these structures require us to consider the trade-offs between efficiency and personal space, they also represent a vision of a connected, sustainable future where high-density living might become the norm. Megabuildings reflect real conversations about urban design and its impact on social life, mental health, and environmental sustainability. In balancing the positives and potential drawbacks, they challenge us to consider how we could design not only for the practical needs of housing, but the human need for individuality, community, and well-being. As both fiction and reality show, megabuildings might one day shape the future of urban life, but only if we build them with care. All right, it's time for the little powwow that I do at the end of my videos. This one, I've been floating around in my head for a while. It was kind of difficult to get good footage of a lot of the different things, but I think I did a good job, especially for the real world examples, like the Regent International. There is like barely any footage of the outside and no footage of the inside. So I'm honestly not 100% sure if that place is an example of like true dystopia or if it's super cool and everyone's having a great time. I'm not sure. But anyway, that was my thoughts on megabuildings and why I like them. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And if you have any feedback when it comes to the quality of the video, the voiceover, the content, anything, any feedback at all is super appreciated. Thank you. Bye.